Don't you just love it when somebody coerces you into watching a movie? It's not something you're particularly interested in, but they just kind of push you, make you go and check it out. You make a promise, or somebody pushes a movie onto you, and you reluctantly sit down and watch it, and then you start to discover something that is way better than you thought it was going to be, something that's rather involving. And that's what I found with Breaking the Limits, a true story that I knew nothing about. It's all about this main character of Jerzy Gorski, and as we discover at the start, this Polish guy is heavy into drugs. He has had a tough upbringing. He doesn't really know where he fits into society. The drug use sets in because he's got his group of friends, they're just partying. It evolves into a more destructive substance as it starts to take hold and ruin his life. And that's where the movie begins. You get to see him on this spiral of drugs as it leads down, as he has a relationship, as it kind of devolves, and his life wastes away, and he starts to see the people round about him severely affected by drugs. It doesn't stop him from doing it. There's no awakening moment. There's no sudden epiphany to his life that suddenly makes him want to stop. He just continues. This is a rock bottom for him until something happens that kind of makes him get onto the straight and narrow, to try and focus his life around, to try and deliberately turn it around. And he looks back to a childhood that was full of possibilities for him, something that he never brought to fruition because of the situation with the drugs that he gets into. But he had an athletic background. He did a lot of things at school, won a lot of medals. We see this when he's visiting his parents. You kind of get an idea of the abusive father that he had that kind of drove him to the substance abuse. And you start to buy into this character. Now, it does feel tropey in at certain moments, but it's a true story, and the beats are pretty solid to the facts. One of those movies that when it finishes, you go and start researching stuff because it got under your skin a little bit, and you start to find that this guy really latched on to health, well-being, and getting a fitness regime sorted within himself. That was his way of coping with recovery from addiction. And he begins to push himself to the limits, constantly doing better than he ever expected, until he is accepted into the Ironman competition in the US. And there are more things that stumble throughout the movie. There's more things that cause ups and downs that I don't really want to get into, because I feel that it's a really exciting story, one that really pulls you along with the character. One of the things that I really enjoyed about this movie was the first section. Normally you have a quick 10 minutes to show how somebody goes into this situation with drugs. It's the bulk of the movie. The bulk of the movie is this guy dealing with this addiction that he has, learning to, or really reveling in it, letting it drag him down to the depths into a situation where he hits rock bottom and starts to try and pull himself back again as he sees his friends and comrades just give in to the pressures of this drug for them to rot away. He tries to pull himself out of that, but we get a long period of time where it's fun, it's just energetic, it's camaraderie round about this communal drug taking. It has his family until it rots everything away, and it's a good amount of time spent as it slowly devolves from fun times into hitting the bottom and then sinking even deeper, which makes his rise after it all the more rewarding, all the more fulfilling. And I just had so much fun with this movie, a tale that I never knew about, and I'm glad that I got to watch this and see it. The movie's not perfect. There are certain moments that just didn't gel with me. There's lots of times with Jerzy talking to himself within a mirror. There'll be him talking, and there'll be a mirror representation of him that is constantly trying to talk him down, going back to the bad place where he was taking drugs, putting him down. And it's obvious from what it is. It's his self-conscious telling him that he's never going to be good enough, always trying to tear him down, but it just feels a little bit forced, a little bit hammy, and not as fun or as engaging as it's probably thought to be. And this happens a couple of times throughout the movie, but it's not a deal breaker. You know, it's not something that brings the movie down too much. It's just a way of giving an insight into the character, but it's almost telling us rather than showing us, which is, kind of cardinal sin a little bit. But the movie's uplifting. The movie is heartwarming, and it's nice to see this person overcome something that was just weighing him down way too much at one point, something you could never have expected him to break free from. And, well, you know what? You need to check this movie out. It is terrific. It looks fantastic. There is a terrific lead performance. There is a couple of great performances in this. There are some really fun and energetic moments in this that I just was smiling watching. And that's from a really horrible situation to big smiles and heartwarming feelings in this movie. I'm going to strongly suggest checking out Breaking the Limits. It is a really good story, well told, good performances, and it's the kind of movie that you may never hear of being a subtitled Polish movie, but I think it's one that, definitely needs a little bit of highlighting, which is hopefully what I'm doing here. I'd love to know if you're interested in this story, if you want to hear about this character, if you're going to read up more about it or check out the movie. If you can, let me know in the comment box below, and especially your thoughts on this if you see it. And I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.